Hello everybody. Today we're going to tie my DDT nymph. It's a micro mayfly nymph. Got a size 16 Dohiko grub hook in the vise with a 2mm copper tungsten bead. I'm using Vivis 14-aught brown thread. We're going to be doing this particular pattern in a light brown today. Just going to start my thread and advance it to about the halfway point of the shank. Grab some Darlon, approximately 10 to 12 fibers. Tie them in. Pull them short as you see here. And then I'm just going to work my thread right down into the bend of the shank of that hook. Don't need to be too concerned about covering up the whole entire hook shank, as you see here. It's going to be covered with dubbing. I'm going to take a very sparse amount of brown superfine dubbing. I'm going to dub that into a tapered noodle. Very, very thin, as you'll see in a moment. This is a very thin profile nymph, which is something you should think about anytime you're tying any smaller nymphs anyway. You don't want to overdress them. Most tyers have the tendency to do that. I'm just going to wrap that up the hook, about the halfway point where the beak is on that hook. I'm going to clip my tail to about the length of that body portion. And as you saw, when I was wrapping that dubbing loop, I was touching it with my fingers to kind of preen it out some of the fibers. If you got a couple errant fibers, just kick them loose there. Now I'm going to take about, double the clump that I used for my tail, as well as one piece of root beer midge flash, tie that in the center, fold it over in half. That's going to make up my wing case and my legs. Then I'm going to take some more brown superfine in a non-tapered noodle, just a straight up noodle, dub it onto the hook. I need a little more, just wrap some more on there. Go right up to the spot right behind the bead. So I have that in place, and I pull my wing case and legs over, take 2 turns over it. Then I'm going to splay one section of the Darlon and one piece of the flash to one side and one to the other. So it gives me a nice little V-wing, as you'll see here in a moment. Apologize if it's a little bit fuzzy. So my legs are going to be coming off either side of the fly. Once that's done, I will whip finish 3 to 4 turns, clip my thread, and then this one I'm going to add a hot spot. So I'm going to take some fluorescent fire orange UTC 140 and just make a nice little collar right behind that bead, as you see here, half inch, and then I will whip finish that off. Very, very simple. Next thing I will do is pull my legs down on either side, and I'm going to clip them right about just past the length of the beak of the hook. So it'll be just slightly longer than the gap. The fly's pretty much done. Just going to add one more little step here. And if you don't have this particular ingredient, you can use something else, but I prefer it. I'm going to use some Clear Cure Goo Hydro, which is pretty aqueous stuff. I'm going to put a drop of that right across the top of this fly where that wing case is, and as you'll see here, it's going to make that wing case dark. Like most mayfly nymphs prior to emergence, their wing buds get dark. I'm just going to hit that with the UV torch, seal that stuff in, and as you can see here, it's a 3 material fly with just a little bit of that Clear Cure Goo. I've darkened up that wing bud, and that's the fly in 360 degrees. Simple little pattern. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Regal Vice, manufacturers of the world's best fly tying vices and accessories.